What is up, guys? It is Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm Jasmine, and I would love for you guys to stick around and watch some of my other videos. Today I thought that we would talk about time travel. I know I got quite a few views. I mean, if you consider like 65 views a lot, for me that's a lot of views. My Mandela effect video. And I mentioned that time travel could be one of the reasons that we're experiencing Mandela effects. And so I kind of fell into another wormhole, and that was on time travel. And I was reading different stories about like people who would be driving and then, you know, they needed to pull over or something, and then they almost felt like they were back in time. Everyone was dressed differently and they were not able to kind of figure out what was happening, and they would stay at a place for 20 minutes, get a drink, fill up their car with gas or something like that. They would go ahead, jump back on the road, and they would actually find out that there was 3 hours missing. There's other stories of people who are in an airport and they have a passport that has no countries on it that we know. They have currency that's never been seen before, or other people that would stumble out into traffic. They got hit by a car and they actually found old money in his pocket. He was dressed in old garb. And so I kind of started playing with the idea of time travel, kind of looking into different things, and I stumbled upon this video that I'm going to show you right here. Now this is footage from a Charlie Chapman film in 1928, and if you look in the background, it looks like that woman right there is walking out of screen quickly using a cell phone. The weird thing is you can only see it in the 2010 George Clark remake. It makes me think that maybe it's not true. If you can only see it in the new one, maybe somebody put that in the background as a hoax. Maybe we time traveled and we changed it and we were only able to catch it on the second film because it wasn't there the first time. But if that doesn't make sense, because if you time travel, then you should time travel back to the before the first filming. So I don't really know how all of that works, but I thought that was a very interesting one. As you can see right here, it looks the same thing, that there's a woman on a cell phone, and this is a picture of a woman who is exiting a factory in Massachusetts in 1938. I did my research to see how legitimate and authentic these photos were, and they don't, from what I read, they don't seem to be photoshopped. But people think that they're not actually on cell phones, that they were actually using something called a Seisman's hearing instrument that was patented in 1924, or they could be using a Western Electric model 34A audiophone carbon hearing aid. So you got to keep in mind that nowadays, if you think of a hearing aid, it's something about this small and it's just going to go right behind your ear, and magically people who are almost completely deaf or are hard of hearing are going to be able to hear better. Everything back then obviously was going to be a lot larger. If you think about it, my camera that I'm filming on right now is about this big by about this big, right? Well, the same camera that would take a crappy picture was humongous, you know, and you would have to hold still for hours. So clearly technology, you know, is going to make things smaller, make things better. So the very first hearing aid very well could have been a large box and you'd have to hold it there, but you would be able to hear. And if I had to choose between walking around with something that looked like what we would see now as a cell phone, but be able to hear, obviously, you know, you would choose that. So maybe that's what we're seeing. Because I like the idea of time travel, in my brain, I'm just going to say that somebody time traveled and they were trying to hurry up and get out of the Charlie Chapman film because they didn't want to be seen with a cell phone, or, you know, that she was caught on a cell phone. For me, personally, I think it's fun to think about. Some people would disagree, and, you know, to each his own. This picture right here is actually of a time-traveling hipster, and this is at the reopening ceremony of South Forks Bridge in Goldbridge, British Columbia, Canada in 1941. I'm sure everyone has seen this picture, but for me, I just thought that it was interesting. He really doesn't look like anybody else in the picture. Everybody else looks like they're in 1940s attire. Yet he honestly looks like he would be from the future. I did some research and found out that the sunglasses he was wearing were actually made in the 1920s. So those sunglasses started being made about 20 years earlier. And then skeptics of the picture say that it's actually not a t-shirt with a hoodie over it, that it's an actual sweatshirt, and it was from a hockey team. And seeing how it's from Canada, again, you can kind of see that. But I like the idea that he's a time-traveling hipster. It makes me happy. This picture right here is actually of a Mike Tyson fight in 1995, and this one I really can't explain. I mean, I tried to do research and I couldn't find out if it was photoshopped. I couldn't find any information on it. It seems like a genuine picture, and to me it looks like they're holding an iPhone and they're taking a picture of the Mike Tyson fight. So I mean, that one I really can't explain. This one right here of Marilyn Monroe, and as you can see, there's someone in the background who's just taking a picture. Unfortunately, this is a hoax, and this is actually a picture from a woman named Flora Borzi. She actually does this to a lot of pictures, and I'll go ahead and insert some here. As you can see, I think the reason that she made it is, one, I think she probably thinks it's kind of cool to be able to insert herself into a picture like that, but these are also, might also be her way of saying that it's really easy to counterfeit a photo and make you think that it looks legit, because when I first saw it, I truly didn't think that it was photoshopped. It looked legit to me. But I just kind of wanted to make a quick video, talk to you guys about the whole time travel thing, and if you have anything that you want to add to this, like, let me know. I don't know a lot about it. I was trying to read, but a lot of it was just, it was going over my head. It was talking about things that I couldn't comprehend. I'm not the most educated person, and a lot of it just, like, the terminology they were using, it didn't really make sense. But I'm really interested, and if you can think of any more that look like it's proof of time travel, go ahead and, like, send me links in the comments and talk to me about it. I would love to communicate with you guys and kind of, you know, see what you guys think on the whole time travel thing. And again, I mean, a lot of these I was able to disprove just by kind of playing on Google for a little bit, but I like the idea. You know, I guess it kind of correlates with a kid believing in Santa. You know, I think all kids kind of secretly wonder, like, is Santa real? But you hold on to it because it's magical, and it kind of just, it's an innocent thing. And not to take this to a whole different level or anything, but I recently lost a friend, and a lot of the world would say that she looked at the world through rose-colored glasses, that she didn't live in reality, and, you know, that she was very carefree and she needed to kind of pay more attention to things that were around her. And so I've really been trying to do my best to take a little bit of her with me and just have fun. Look at the world through rose-colored glasses. You know, I think time travel is possible. I really do. And I think that maybe, just maybe, we'll find some evidence of it one day. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!